I was thrilled when Grace told me that she was launching the book. I already thought that the magazine was the one resource that shapes the direction of wedding style and design, so I could only imagine what she was going to bring to the table with the launching of the book.
When I started shooting, I wish I had a book like this to get inside the head of the editor and know what they want and know which images they're really looking for and know what types of images work for somebody like Grace. That way I wouldn't have to guess at it. I wouldn't have to submit hundreds of images just trying to get one of them featured. I would really understand what it is they're looking for.
Grace Ormonde Wedding Style magazine has set the bar and the standard really high as far as expectations from brides and vendors, but more so myself. When I started shooting weddings about 3 years ago, I didn't know which way was up. So I went into Borders bookstore and I pulled off wedding magazines. And when I pulled out Grace Ormonde Wedding Style, I was blown away. I truly was awestruck at all the imagery and how things were laid out, and I thought, my God, one day I'm going to be published in this magazine. And since then, nobody starts off shooting weddings that are like gorgeous and Grace Ormonde worthy, but I shot every single wedding as if I was going to get it published. And that's become my mantra for the past 3 years. Shoot every wedding as if Grace Ormonde will be looking at it, and I think it's become a defining point of my business. And since then, being able to see her book come to life, and instead of me having to get 15 or 20 different magazines and put them all together, she's done that for me. So Grace has done me a favor by compiling all her best work of love and passion, diversity, and dedication, and putting it all in just an anthology of sorts. And it's amazing, and it's beautiful, and it's a source of inspiration.
How this book differs from other books out there in the industry or on the market is that it's vastly covering multiple types of the event, multiple aspects of the event. You've got dresses, you've got food, you've got floral, you've got ballrooms, you've got parties, you've got boutonnieres, and it just shows you in sections what it's all about, and then it gives you weddings in whole. So it's different from the other books because they don't have the mass amount of talent behind them in order to show all this different stuff with so many different looks.
Anything that Grace does really stands far and apart over and above anything else that other wedding publications do, and I think that this is an amazing example of Grace at her best. Every photograph in the book is just really just exquisitely done, and the vendors and the images and the styling and stuff is just really far superior to anything else that I've seen on the market. As a designer who's been published for 25 years, it's such an honor to work with Grace. Everything she does is always the highest quality, and especially in this new book that we've seen today, just really one of the most beautiful publications I've seen in the wedding industry in years.
This book in particular does not compare to any other book out there in the marketplace. I mean, first of all, this book has over 400 pages. Most other books have anywhere between 60 to 70 pages. This book is really a compilation of every single thing that's out there. So everything that Grace has put together over, all her years in the business. So it's pretty remarkable.